shit, man. Weeder. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Bobby Trent,
Coke boy shit.
shake the motherfucking
VADO, what up, fool?
Skype.
Only the Lord knows.
Yo, right now it's Mr. Crack. We're doing an interview for the Hip-Hop-Crack DVD, the first DVD, an exclusive interview by VADO and stuff. So we're just gonna talk to VADO and get some few questions and for the DVD and see how's everything going. So I'm just me as a fan. I'm just asking you personal questions that I think that I'm curious about. So one of my main things I wanted to ask is, I always find it intriguing how artists come up with lyrics that's so witty and crafty. I be thinking that sometimes it's impossible and stuff, so I wanted to know how your process of writing lyrics and stuff comes about.
I mean, you know, salute to the gods, man. You know, the Nas's, the Hoes, the Bigs, the Jada Kisses, the Fabs, the Cams, you know, coming up under them artists, you know, you gotta come correct. You feel me? So I'm from that era, man. You know, them spitters was my legends. You know, so that's just, you know, then me just growing up in Harlem. So, you know, the wordplay and the, you know, from like the Mason era, the Big L, that was always like, you know, nicest to me. So
And know what, I think sometimes it goes underrated how not the respect that Mace get as a lyricist during the time. And I noticed that you always like bring them up and stuff and give them respect.
Those are the gods as far as to me. You know, coming up in Harlem, you know, it was a pleasure to hear Mace on the radio and see him on your TV and then see him on your block. You know, Cam also. So you know, Big L, the Gruff, etc. So that's the era I'm from.
So how your relationship with Cam still intact?
I mean, you know, we cool. You know, if I see him, what's up, definitely. You know, that man put me on my feet. You know, I could never have an issue regardless.
Well, that's good, man. And so I know you get asked this a lot of times. I hate asking the same questions that everybody else asks, but how did you end up connecting with Cal?
I knew Cal since I was about 17. You know, Jay Bell was one of my close friends, so back in the days, I think on his like first and second deal, you know, he was working with Cal. He's working with Cal for his album, so I knew him then. So for him to see me, you know, come up and start doing my thing, it was a pleasure. So you know, he always had my back.
Also, I'm curious, cause when I started getting into the mixtape game, artists was like doing like a full-length mixtape. So I'm wondering, like, what's the purpose today when artists are only doing like mixtapes with like 5 songs, basically an EP?
Keep it nice and short, you know, so people don't get bored. You know, that's the thing now. It's like, instead of giving them like 20 tracks, give them a strong 5 to 10. So, you know, they won't get tired of it.
One of my favorite tracks right now that you did, and it caught me off guard, was that Shoot For You track on the last CD. I like how the girl was doing the hook and stuff, so I don't understand, like, today's game, like to me, hot songs that I think is hot, at where rappers are really spitting don't get that attraction like it used to back then.
I mean, to be honest with you, what I realize nowadays is like, regardless if you want to label or not, you know, it's like independent, you gotta go hard, you gotta work for yourself. You know, you can't wait for the label no more. You just gotta go, you gotta work with your own record and go hard and push it as far as you can. Because, you know, labels not really, you know, putting that effort in like that. Until they see you do it.
I think a lot of unsigned artists don't understand that perspective sometimes, that, you know, it's not back in the 90s where artists used to find a talent and then mold them. Because when I look at Pac, he ain't really get going to about his 3rd album, To Me Against the World. He done had already 2. But how is that, like, you know, just grinding it, getting the music really out? To me, I know it's different, but is it harder or is it easier with the internet being involved, man?
I mean, with the internet, you know, it's easier, honestly, because they can get, you know, thank God for the internet, anybody can get hot. It's all about how hard they promote it. So that's a good thing.
So I'm out of curiosity, I heard just shout out to Dame this phrase always staying in my head now, some chatty patty, but I heard like a rumor that you and not VADO, but Chinks was supposed to be doing a mixtape together and stuff.
I mean, yeah, we had something in the works, you know. We just had a lot of records recorded together.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, you know, I used to be on his back of body. He always do his mixtape. But, you know, he was working on his album.
Yeah.
And he had a few things going, so we, you know, we had it on hold. But, you know, you definitely got a lot of, like, unreleased, you know, music.
Yeah.
Me and Slime wrote.
Yeah, so how has passing like affect you personally since you had that relationship with him?
I mean, you know, like he was a great dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anytime I hit him, regardless what track I sent him, you know, he always sent it back.
Yeah.
You know, he was, you know, a humble dude, you know, we was kind of like the same, that's why we always had a good connection.
Yeah.
So, you know, it fucked me up because it shows you that it really fucked me up because that could have happened to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got, you know, beef. Or
Yeah.
beef that they don't feel is real enough, or, you know, it's gonna go there. You
Yeah.
know? It's just crazy out here.
Yeah, it's really crazy, and I was shocked by it, and you know, sad looking at the situation happening with Stack Bundles and stuff. You know, it had to be him and stuff. Also, I was wondering, you know, cause you mess with one of my favorite rappers from the Wu Hard Body. I see I got like yeah and stuff. So I always see y'all taking pictures. How is it like? Is it easy to get to work with Ray, or is it a hard process?
I mean, you gotta be lyrical, man.
Yeah.
You know, the lyrical guards gonna respect you. Gonna respect your talent, you know. So
yeah,
you come like how I come.
Yeah.
You get respect from the guards. So
Yeah.
shout out to Rick Vaughn. He always show me love.
I'm curious. Every time I know you got a couple of tracks with him, but you did like a song on one of his mixtapes. He did. I know he said that he don't send verses over the mail and stuff. So every time y'all record a song, do you have to be in the studio with him when he do it?
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's rare because usually artists nowadays just sending verses.
Nah, but he like the vibe. You know, he an OG. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, he a serious OG. He like the vibe with you.
Yeah,
if he can't vibe with you, how you gonna do a track? Yeah, you know, I'm working on a song for 5. That should be out very soon for the summer. You know, I'm working on the album. You know, Cali, I changed a lot is coming out, so you know, working.
All right then, and that's the end of the interview. It's Mr. Crack with VADO and shit. There you go.
Yeah.